Hi, folks. If you are teaching and you need a gradebook which will keep a running total of the percentage of points your students have earned currently, this video may be for you. Okay, I'm teaching at the Sally School. I've got 24 Sallys in my class, and they are about halfway through the semester. They've done 3 of the 7 assignments that we have, and this is their earned grades so far. On row 30, I've recorded the weight of each assignment. The first 6 assignments are worth 15% or 0.15 of the course, and the exam is worth 10%, 0.1. Over on the right, I've got the grading scale the school uses. I've got to name that table, so I'm going to define the name of that table. I'm going to call that TBL capital G, table G, for grades. And now that table is a pivot table that has a name. I'm going to use that later. So let me show you the K2 cell, which is the first calculation of the grades. Now this thing looks big and ugly, but it's actually quite simple. All it's doing, those if statements, are evaluating if the cell is blank or not. Okay, if it's blank, it just treats it like a 0. But if it's not blank, if it has a grade in there, it's going to take that number and multiply it by the weight of the assignment. So let's look at Sally 1's grades. She has a 100 on the first assignment. That's not a blank, so it will take that 100 and multiply it by the weight, which is 0.15. It'll go to the next grade, E2, and E2 is not blank, so it will take that 100 and multiply it by 0.15 and add it to the first grade. Then it will go to each subsequent cell in row 2 and ask, is it blank? If it's not blank, it will take the number and multiply by the weight. Then when it's done, when it gets all the way to past J, it will divide the sum of those values by the point values that are not blank. So Sally has 3 grades. So in the denominator, it's going to add 0.15 to 0.15 to 0.15. So that's 0.45. It will divide the total of her score by 0.45. She has 77% of the points that she could have earned. Now, to figure out what letter grade that is, all I'm going to do is use the VLOOKUP function, equal VLOOKUP. I'm going to evaluate cell K2, that's her percentage, and I'm going to ask it to use table G and tell me the value in the second column that a 77 is. It's a C. I don't have to repeat that equation. I can just apply that all the way down. And I have a gradebook that keeps a running total of percentage of the points earned and the letter grade that's current. That's how you keep a fairly advanced gradebook. Hope it helps. See ya.